I'm going to need that blessing right now because you know we live in a microwave society and we want everything hot and ready within 30 seconds. I know I do. I don't have the testimony of he did it. I have the testimony of he said yes and I'm waiting. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a faith and facial. I haven't done one of these in a long time, but we have some things that I really want to get into. I think that maybe you could be going through the same thing as me. So baby girl, let's get into it. Grab your favorite skincare, grab your steamer, favorite face mask, favorite facial scrub, whatever you use to pamper yourself. Grab your favorite drink. I had coffee. It is now empty. Okay, I had my Nespresso. It was delicious. But now I have water over here. So anyway, grab whatever you need. Let's sit down. Let's bond. Let's have a cute little girl chit chat and let's get into it. Okay. If I'm being honest, I almost didn't make this video because I don't have a testimony yet for what we're going to dive into. But I figured, hey, maybe the fact that you don't have a testimony is the testimony. So if you are in a waiting season, but you already got the yes, the confirmation that God will do it, it still hasn't come to fruition. Girl, I am right there with you. I don't have the testimony of he did it. I have the testimony of he said yes and I'm waiting patiently. So we're about to get into it because there's something about being in the middle of the yes that God promised you and still also feeling like it's never going to get here. Like, why is it taking so long? I'm going to need that blessing right now because you know we live in a microwave society and we want everything hot and ready within 30 seconds. I know I do. Honestly, God is working on that with me and maybe he's working on that with you too. So let's grab that cleanser. Go ahead and clean off your face. Today, I did not wear makeup to work, but I do have sunscreen on. And I think that's it. So I'm just going to go ahead and double cleanse with my gentle cleanser. This is what I use. I love let's see if it'll focus, the Vanny Cream Gentle Facial Cleanser. As you can see, I use this. It's dented up and it has makeup residue on there. So I'm going to go ahead and double cleanse with this. You grab your cleanser, go ahead and double cleanse as well. Okay, let's wet this face. I took off my jewelry and now we're going to get into the cleanser. Okay, so like I said, there's something about God saying yes and you still having to wait in the middle of what God has already said can happen. I do not have a testimony of he did it, but I have a testimony of he said yes. God said yes to me building something, building a brand, building a business, building something for his kingdom, something that people can enjoy, something that can benefit believers and non-believers as well. But also, it's in the process. We are building. It is not built. So I have been struggling with that so much. And I know that I can't be the only one. I am naturally impatient. I lack that fruit of the spirit. And I know that in this season that God is really pruning me in that way. And I don't like it. But we love the Lord and we are trying so hard. But I would be lying if I said that I wasn't struggling. Okay, we're going to wash this. I'll be right back. So I went ahead and cleansed the skin twice. And I'm just taking some regular rolling toilet paper. Regular roller paper is how y'all know how I do. And you know what's the worst on top of waiting for God's yes at the moment is Comparison, I feel like, I struggle with comparison. I know it's super common, but for me, I feel like it has been elevated so badly because I'm waiting on something. Sometimes when we compare, it's not that we're waiting on a blessing that God promised us. It's just that we just compare our regular lives. But it's like when you are building something, or God said yes, maybe he said yes that you would get a promotion. Maybe he said yes to the family. He said yes to marriage. Maybe he said yes to building something like I'm building. Maybe he said yes to reconnecting with a family member, but you don't see it. You are in the middle of your pruning, you're growing, you're stretching, and that's where you are. And you don't feel like his yes is hurrying up. His yes is running on your speed, your timeline. And that is difficult, especially when I am stuck in the middle of comparison. On top of that, there is a special kind of tired when you are doing the work every day, putting in hours, putting in moments, putting in time, and you don't see the fruit of that. If we're being honest, that can be very devastating, and it can cause you to want to give up. And let's not get into them late night conversations with God and the tears, y'all. I hadn't cried in a minute because I was just so gung-ho on. He said, yes, let me work. And then after a couple months, when that yes didn't turn into here's a result, because I am results driven, I've talked about that before, those late nights turn into late night tears, late night cries. And I won't say that I'm not a crier, but I'm not just a crier, if that makes sense. So that was difficult. Okay, we're going to go in with our face mask. I'm very ashy and dry. And today we are going to use the Caudalie Mask Instant Detox. And I just bought the mini. I have very sensitive skin, so I have to be very aware of what I use. So I just bought the mini. I think it's pink. From what I've seen online, it was pink. Oh yes, it's pink. Okay, so like I said, those late night conversations started to turn into late night tears. I realized that there's a difference in waiting with hope and waiting with a clenched fist. Lately, I've had a clenched fist, and I had to realize, like, girl, if you're waiting in agony rather than waiting in anticipation, that clenched fist, how can God put something in your hand if your fist is closed, ready to fight, when he's supposed to fight the battle? So girl, relax, open your hand, and have hope. And those are conversations that I really have to have with myself. I have very aggressive, get it together, come to Jesus moments with myself all the time. Because baby, you have to check the thoughts that you think. But that's another story for another day. You know, I have to give you some scriptures because who would I be? Hello. So the first scripture, I'm looking down because I have it right here, is, I just asked Siri how to pronounce this. Habakkuk. Okay? Habakkuk. 2 and 1. This is the New Living Translation. Okay, sorry. I am looking in the mirror at the same time as doing this. And it said, actually, let me prop up my mirror so we can get this done together. And it says, the vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. The scripture said, wait patiently. Then we just talk about patience and that fruit of the spirit that I lack, that God is working on. The revelation that I am getting from that scripture, because again, I'm not teaching, I'm just giving you the revelation that I feel like God has given me, is even in the full-on frustration, even though, like in chapter 1, the scripture that everyone always quotes is, write the vision, make it plain. I wrote the vision. I submitted my request to God, and I didn't think it would take this long, okay, for me to receive the vision that I had wrote down that God had approved. With that being said, with this scripture, I had to realize that just because my vision is slow does not mean that it will not come to pass. It clearly just means that I just have to wait patiently, because God said it will surely. And God is not a man who can lie. So I just have to know that because he said for a fact, surely, and that he gave me his yes, that I just have to wait patiently, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far this goes, no matter what. Really, just if I'm being honest, it's clearly, literally, just no matter what. No matter what I see, how I feel, definitely no matter how I feel. Take the emotions out of the picture. If you learn anything from this whole thing, just leave your emotions at the door. When you are on this journey of getting to, I won't say getting to your yes because you got the yes, getting to your result of the yes. Take your emotions, take your feelings, detach those things from the mission. Once I started also to be more mission focused than results focused, I was able to cope better. I'm still learning to cope. Don't get me wrong. This is a daily process. Again, there's no testimony. The testimony is the waiting. Okay. But we are learning within this. I have another scripture. This one comes from Psalms. This is the NLT version as well. And it says, "Yet I am confident I will see the Lord's goodness while I am here in the land of the living. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous." Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. Did y'all hear that? This man said wait patiently, not one time, but 2 times. Oh, this is getting dry. That word patiently he means that. So that means we are going to have to wait. And then he said, when he says be brave and courageous, so he's giving you instructions on what to do while you wait. You have to be brave. You have to be courageous. You have to continue to build. You have to continue to work towards whatever that God called you to. And when he said be brave and courageous, to me, that means that we're going to experience some type of fear along this journey of getting to the results. We are going to experience something that is going to cause us to want to run away, to want to hide, to want to give up. And he is saying, no, you're going to be courageous and you are going to fight this thing. David is encouraging us to not wait passively, because to be courageous and to be brave, that is not a passive thing to do. Ooh, this feels good. You have to actively work in bravery, actively encourage yourself so that you are courageous to continue to work towards the yes that God gave you. I sometimes get in this mode where, oh my gosh, I'm not getting to the result of his yes. So I have to work. I have to hustle. I have to do everything. I have to fight my own battle. David had enough bravery. David had enough courage. David was inspired, motivated, really enough to say that I know that you have heaven waiting for me. That is the ultimate goal. We all know that. But to know that I can experience good things, I can experience your yes and your good results in the land of the living, I can take my hands off of it and I can wait patiently, but also actively. Instead of actively hustling, no, I'm actively working in bravery and courage in order to see what you told me come to be. And that is inspiring. That is motivating me every day to say, girl, you can only do what you can do. You can actually only do what a God is allowing you to do. We all have free will, but ultimately God has the final say. God's yes determines everything. And I want to actively pursue the things that God has for me and not the things that the world tells me, oh, you need to speed up, you need to hustle, you need to grind, you need to fight to get to the top. And it's just like, I don't want to fight to get to the top because I got someone way better way better quick with it. Okay, his hook way stronger than my hook. Okay, bob and weave all day. The Lord is gonna win. So I hope that scripture helps you, because that, out of all of these scriptures, has been the one that really touched my soul the most. Let's go ahead and try to remove this thing. And sorry, my mic fell. So let's go ahead and try to remove this thing, and I'll be right back. So we are all clean, and I hope you're feeling inspired by the last scripture that I read, because I do. That scripture will get me together. And I'm just finishing up steaming, keeping my pores open. I don't know if you can see, the skin is clean. I have discoloration. We're working on all those things. Also, I will have everything linked if you are interested in purchasing anything that I use today, because these are my staples, besides this, of course, because I just tried this with y'all and I do feel clean and I feel so good. Okay, add the scriptures that you're clinging to while you are in your waiting season, because we need all of the prayers, the scriptures, the help we can get. Okay, girl, we are out here not just trying to survive the waiting season. We're trying to thrive in the waiting season. Okay, because I feel like God would want me to thrive in the waiting season. So I steamed a bit. I'm going to keep the steamer going, and then I'm going to go in with this. I go in with this every day, every time. This is my staple: rose water plus glycerin hydrating facial mist. It says dewy, radiant skin, damask, roses, and glycerin. This is for dry to combination skin. I actually have combination oily, but it works for me and I love it. I always get the neck and chest. I don't know if y'all know, but I went to cosmetology school with an emphasis on skincare and makeup. So we love that. We try to do all the things to take care of our skin. So the last scripture that I am clinging onto, okay, while in the waiting season is the scripture from Galatians 6:9. LT version says, so let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessings if we do not give up. Galatians tells us to not get tired when we are doing good, that at the right time, we will reap the harvest as long as we don't give up. All of these three tie into each other. Everything is speaking to waiting patiently. The last verse is speaking to not getting tired. And then you can tie in if you get tired, you now need to do what David said and be courageous and be confident again in what God said. And then you could go back and say, as long as I keep going, I'm going to reap a harvest. As long as I keep my confidence going and be brave and wait patiently, but I keep going and doing good, doing what God called me to do, I will reap a harvest. I don't know if this is as good to you as it is to me, but it is so encouraging that all I got to do is keep going. That consistency that I struggle with a lot of the times. Actually, I struggle with it so bad. That if I am just consistent, if I just put my head down, if I just have confidence, if I just lean into bravery, lean into being courageous and waiting patiently with a hopeful heart. Remember them open hands, not a clenched fist, with a hopeful heart. That it's going to happen for me. And I cannot wait. And I cannot wait for it to happen to you either, girl. I am rooting for you. We are in this together. You remember that, Tara Banks? I was rooting for you. But I'm doing it more positive. I am rooting for you. Okay? We are rooting for each other. We are in this together. And if these scriptures didn't really resonate with you, girl, dive into that book. Dive into the Bible. and pull out the ones that you know will uplift you, that you know that you can take along the journey. I am leaning on these. And next, we're going to go in with this. This is the Medic 8 Liquid Peptides, 30% complex hydrating peptide serum. I have gone through 6 bottles. This is number 6. Anyway, so again, I said find the scriptures because listen, we need something to lean on. Life is too hard out here, and you are going to need something to pick you up. There's also one more scripture that I am leaning on. It is my all-time favorite scripture, Luke 1:45. Blessed is she who believed that the Lord will fulfill his promise to her. Okay, go and read that one. I say that one all the time. Like, I know God will fulfill his promise. That one is actually referring to when the angel came to Mary, her that she would birth Jesus. So that's what that one is actually referring to. But I'm leaning on that one. Remember that too. When you are struggling, remember that God cannot lie. So if he said it, if he really said it, he really is going to do it. When that little voice in your brain is telling you, girl, why keep going? No. We are remaining consistent in what God calls us to do, because at the end of the day, he's going to do it. I don't care what you say. He's going to do it. If I hadn't used the Caudalie face mask, I would have used the Remedy Dark Spot Retinol. I love, he ate with this one. This one came from a dermatologist off of TikTok. He ate with this one. This one's transforming my skin. Anyway, I would have used this, but this one, my skin is a little stingy right here. So we're not, for the sake of my skin barrier, we're not doing that. I am just going to go ahead and slather some of this. This is my favorite. This is the only moisturizer I use. Unless it's in the winter time, then I add something else. This is the Veni Cream Daily Facial Moisturizer. Sorry, I was trying to get it to focus, but it doesn't want to. It's hyaluronic acid with ceramides for sensitive skin. Oh, I love it. If you have really sensitive skin, and you want affordable cleaning product, well, clean as you're gonna get, okay? It's not super clean, but dermatology tested, very accessible. Like, you don't have to go to Sephora. You don't have to only order on Amazon. Get the Veni Cream line. They even have a vitamin C that I heard was good. I haven't tried it. But the Veni Cream line is going to come in handy. Walmart, Target, Amazon, it's very accessible. They may even have it at grocery stores. You know, you never know. We are all clean and we are all fresh faced. Sister girl, I just want to remind you that whatever you're waiting for, I'm believing with you, girl. I am waiting with you. We have our arms locked at this point. We are sisters, okay? Sisters for life. And I am standing with you. I am praying with you. Please comment down below any prayers that you need, anything you're praying for, any scriptures. Uplift the other girls in the comments and tell them, girl, you can do this. We are fighting the fight together, and we will see God's blessings in the land of the living. His yes will yield a result in our life, and we will patiently wait with bravery and courage, because he said in his word that he's going to produce a great crop if we keep going. So baby girl, pick your head up. We know it's hard out here. It's crazy out here. Times are scary, but we are being brave and we are being courageous. We're walking with our head held high with all the consistency and confidence, because we're going to see it. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that bell notification so you are notified every time I upload. Give me more topics that you would love to chit chat about during our faith and facial time. This is so much fun, and I forgot how much fun it was because I hadn't made it. But shame on me because I love connecting with you girls. Remember, we are sisters for life at this point. Thank you for tuning in to today's video, and remember to do everything with love.